सर्वप्रथम पुणे जिल्हा शिक्षण मंडळाच्या प्राध्यापक रामकृष्ण मोरे कला वाणिज्य व विज्ञान महाविद्यालयाच्या वाणिज्य विभागाच्या वतीनं आयोजित करण्यात आलेल्या या PhD कोर्सवर्कमध्ये उपस्थित सर्व अभ्यागतांचं सहर्ष हार्दिक स्वागत. अधिक वेळ न दवडता आणि आजचे प्रमुख मार्गदर्शक आणि सर्व विद्यार्थी या सर्वांमध्ये जास्त वेळ न दवडता मी सरांचं स्वागत करतो आणि सरांच्या ओळखीनं सरांच्या परिचयानं या सेशनला सुरुवात करू इच्छितो. आज आपल्याला जे मार्गदर्शक म्हणून लाभलेले आहेत ते आदरणीय डॉक्टर अरविंद बिरादार सर आपलं मनपूर्वक स्वागत. आज आपल्या सेशनचा किंवा मार्गदर्शनाचा विषय आहे SPSS अर्थात स्टॅटिस्टिकल पॅकेज फॉर सोशल सायन्सेस. सरांच्या बद्दल परिचय देताना काही महत्त्वाच्या गोष्टींना मी अधोरेखित जरूर करू इच्छितो, ज्यामध्ये सर डायरेक्टर राहिलेले आहेत मुंबई इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ मॅनेजमेंट अँड रिसर्चमध्ये, तसेच असोसिएट प्रोफेसर इन लाला लजपतराय इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ मॅनेजमेंट, डायरेक्टर ASM ग्रुप इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ मॅनेजमेंट अँड कम्प्युटर. तसेच सरांनी सेंट विल्फ्रेड कॉलेज ऑफ आर्ट्स कॉमर्स अँड सायन्स पनवेल इथं प्राचार्य पदावर देखील काम केलेलं आहे. सरांच्या बद्दल काही उल्लेखनीय गोष्टी, ज्यामध्ये सरांनी मगध विद्यापीठातून इम्पॅक्ट ऑफ कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप मार्केटिंग ऑन मार्केट परफॉर्मन्स 2015 साली PhD पदवी प्राप्त केलेली आहे. सरांनी त्यामध्ये संशोधन केलेलं आहे. तसेच सरांनी अण्णामलाई विद्यापीठातून MPhil स्टॅटिस्टिक्स मधून MPhil पूर्ण केलेलं आहे. तसेच सरांनी CV रमन विद्यापीठातून MBA इन मार्केटिंग ही पदवी ग्रहण केलेली आहे. सरांच्या बद्दल ओळख करून देताना काही रिसर्च पेपर्स बद्दल मला जरूर सांगा वाटेल, ज्यामध्ये हॉल इफेक्ट ऑन RO फ्लोज, तसेच टाइम स्टडी ऑफ बँक क्लर्क, अशा काही महत्त्वाच्या रिसर्च पेपरबद्दल मला उल्लेख करावा वाटतो. सरांचं मी महाविद्यालयाच्या वतीनं वाणिज्य विभागाच्या वतीनं सहर्ष हार्दिक स्वागत करतो आणि अधिक वेळ न दवडता सरांना मी सेशन सुरू करण्याची विनंती करतो. आदरणीय डॉक्टर अरविंद बिरादार सर.
Okay, good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to this session. Today we are going to discuss about SPSS software. The most of students are doing PhD. Their basic problem is analysis. Ramakrishna College is organized this program for purpose of PhD scholars do their project work in a systematic way, analysis in a better way, to submit to the university and get the degrees. Now I want to share my PPT and all these things. The first of all, sorry. My screen is visible for you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So these are the course outline, what I defined. The first part is introduction to SPSS. Second part is descriptive statistics and data visualization. In that one, measures of central tendency, measures of variabilities, data visualizations, chart, bar, pie, columns, graphics, and plots. Inferential statistics, in that hypothesis testing, some statistical test like t-test, one-way and two-way ANOVA table, regression, simple and multiple, confidence interval for mean and proportion. All these things comes under inferential statistics, and other things are comes measures of central tendency and measures of relative comes descriptive statistics and data visualization. The next part is advanced technical statistical techniques. In that, factor analysis and scale development, logistic regression and discriminant analysis. These are the most important chapters in data analysis, significant testing, p-values, alpha values, factor analysis, exploratory factor analysis, confirmatory factor analysis, logistic regression, binary logistic regression, multi-nominal logistic regression, discriminant analysis, linear discriminant analysis, quadratic discriminant analysis. Last one is the data mining and predictive analytics. In that, cluster analysis, k-mean clustering, hierarchical clustering, decision trees, classification and regression trees, predictive modeling, linear regression, and decision tree. So these are the things useful for research data analysis. So I hope you got some idea about PhD coursework. Almost all everyone knows that little bit statistics, but how to apply to research data, which test is applicable for these problems, this is the most important. I don't know anything about your background, but for data analysis, you must have little bit knowledge about statistics is essential. I try to cover all these things: data analysis tools and subject knowledge. If you have any problems that you can share with me, according to that, I am going to find the solution for all these things. Some are common problems, some are individual common problems. Any problem you can put in message or speak something on that one, definitely I'm going to help you. If you go through this program schedule every day for 5 days, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 is are also there, and the Sunday is holiday. 26, 6 days. The schedule is 2 to 3:45. First session. The second session is the 4 to 5:45. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the schedule is there. My next question is that how many are using laptop? How many are using personal computer? Whether you installed SPSS or not?
No, sir.
Okay, the number is quite big. My planning is if you have installed the software, I can guide properly. You also do the work simultaneously along with me. In any software, practice is the most important. Knowing the things is differ, handling the thing is bit differ. If we start software, in second sessions, if you apply, it creates the confidence in your mind. So that is why I asked these simple questions. Okay. Now, see that the some softwares are available on the trial basis, 30 days. You can install, you can see how many are, okay, I will show that one, all these things. You can take help of your IT persons for installations of the software trial basis. We will get it, what are the menus are there, how it works, how to utilize it, how to uh, reduce the problems, okay, how to take the printout, so how to write the report with help of that result. All these are part of your research data analysis. Okay, so this is my screen is visible for you, everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So please
Yes.
interact to me. At least I can
Yes, sir.
understand. Okay. Yeah. So session is like that one. The today's session is SPS Engage on online. The why you use SPSS. Already, sir told me SPSS means the statistical package for the social science. Okay. So why you are using this one? So SPSS offers a multitude of benefits for research data analysis. The first one streamlines data management. Means by providing user-friendly interface for data entry, cleaning, and manipulations. This eliminates the need for manual calculation, reducing the risk of errors, saving valuable time. In research data, huge data are there. The more than 500 data are available. How to store it, how to clean it, how to enter it, how to manipulation of that data as per our objectives of research. So, in that respect, streamlines data management is important. If we maintain all these things, the rest of works are very easy to identify data. You can easily understand the missing values, how to estimate the missing values. All these things one can use for purpose of data management. Okay. The second one is enhance analysis capabilities. In SPSS, a vast library of statistical test procedures, whether you are examining relationship between variables, comparing groups, conducting hypothesis testing, these things as the analytical tools to address your research questions. Once you know that data, once you cleaning the data, the next question is comes to frame the research question. In a research questions, some variables are independent, some variables are dependent. How to compare it between the two variables? How to establish or examine relationship between variables? The whatever the result is there, whether it is statistically significant or not. Under this condition, which test is most suitable to find the solution of my research questions? For that purpose, I am using SPSS. The third point is visualize data stories. So this SPSS helps transform raw data into clear and compelling visual. With its array of customization chart, graphics, and also one can effectively communicate your research findings to a wider audience. In research data, it is not possible to read properly. The entire data you want to put in compact form, visualizations. For example, in a cricket match, whether it is a 50 over game or a 20 over game. After finishing the first innings, one team and playing the second team playing, how these two teams are scoring and compare it. Which team is commandable? If the two curves are moving parallel or crossing one or other, the space between the two curve, all these things indicates something. Not necessary to read the data. By observing the particular graph of the two things, if the gap is more, difference is more, one team is dominating other, winning probability of winning chances are, one can guess it. One team is crossing the other line, we can interpret it in different ways. So, by seeing the graph, one can predict, one can take the decision what to do. What does it indicate? In the same thing, in a research data, one must present in the form of chart or in the form of graphs for easy understanding, for easy interpretations. The last one is automates repetitive tasks. It means automates the repetitive task such as data cleaning, formatting, pre, focus on more strategies, aspect of your research analysis. Consideration of all 3 4 points. One can depend on statistical tools, that is SPSS. There are so many statistical tools are available in the market, but this one is more user friendly. The latest version of SPSS is 26. IBM companies released this software. If anyone purchasing at institute level, you may get some discount also. Individual cost is more. For education purpose or institute level, definitely you will get some concession discount. Okay. Any other questions on this part? Okay. See that. The first part of SPSS is data, input and cleaning. So how are we going to define the data and information? Anyone? Data and information. I'm frequently using the word data. That is, I don't want to create any confusion in your mind. Data is the first or information is the first? Anybody?
Data.
The data is whatever we have collected, and information is what we have refined after refining the data. The important things which are left are called as
Yes,
information.
correct. Yeah. So data is the most important. Nowadays, the data is available in huge quantities in the form of so many things. Mobile data is also available. Webinars data is also available. Google Form data is also available. But how we are going to collect the data is most important. Already everyone knows that there are two types of data. One is the primary data. The second one is the secondary data. My first question is that how to select data, how to select primary data or secondary data. On what basis? What are the important factors to decide that primary data is good for this research? So, if you collect the secondary data and presented the report, if you collected the primary data and presented the data result, which one is the more effective? Secondary data presentation is important or first one? Primary data.
So both is important.
No. Primary data, very good. Shaili Patil and Sindhu say primary data. So how we are going to select primary data and secondary data? Any other criteria in your mind? Good. Anyone? Yes. Research scholar?
Primary is most important.
Time is
Most
most important.
important.
Okay, agree. Good. Second,
The information which is readily available.
so that means the secondary data, madam.
Yes, about secondary data only. So primary is the first hand. Like we are trying to understand
See,
directly
suppose you
something.
are a scholar, okay? So you want to collect the data, first priority. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So which one you want to follow? Primary data or secondary data? Okay. So simply taking primary data or secondary data, there must be some reason because these questions arises during the Viva. Your entire result is based on your data. The one
Primary is most authentic and live data.
secondary is not authentic, sir. Okay. The simple calculation is that one. If you have a sufficient time for collecting the data, we go for primary. Second point, if you have a sufficient fund, go for
Primary.
primary data. That means fund and time. And one more important factor is that is accuracy level. accuracy level. If three questions are considered, go for primary data. Someone has told me the authenticity. Because of this is accuracy. If you are not giving importance for the accuracy, go for the secondary data. If you don't have a time, go for the Google form. If you don't have a fund, go for secondary. Any doubt, any questions on this point?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So there is no any hard and fast rule for primary data and secondary data. I consider only the 3 points. The one is a time, the second is a fund, and third one is accuracies. Okay. So the once you decide data collection, primary data collection or secondary, that you can do it. So once you collect the data, input and cleaning. Already I told that the cleaning. Use the SPSS, user-friendly, data editor, window, ensuring accuracy, consistency. Some tools are available for data cleaning and handling missing values. See,
हॅलो. हां, काही नाही. मला वाटलं ते सांगलीचा पेपर दिलाय का नाही, सापडला मला. काही नाही. तो मागच्या
say
वेळेस
that
मी
missing value
बघितला
means
होता
what?
ना. हां, हां. कुठलं हो?
Sometimes you are collecting the information.
ते लगेच नको. मी ना
There are near
जेव्हा
about
असेल ना
20
कॅश
to
तेव्हा
25
सांगेन मी.
parameters are
मला
there.
फक्त ना त्याचा स्कॅन फक्त करून
Due to
व्यवस्थित
some
पाठवून द्या
reasons,
मला. स्कॅन फक्त करून
some
पाठवा.
parameters are
मग नाही लगेच लागणार.
skipping
मग
or
लागेल तेव्हा
omitting,
सांगेन.
not written properly.
हां, चालेल. नाही लावला.
Your
तेच
data
मला
size is a
तुम्हाला विचारायचं
500,
होतं. किती वाजता लावू त्यांना?
but almost all 30 to
लावू का?
50
बरं, बरं.
data,
नाही अजून करायचं
one or
विचारते
other
ना अजून. पुढे
values are
विचारते मी
missing.
कोण आहे का काय विचारते आधी.
So it is a incomplete.
हां, यांना कितीपर्यंत हे करायचंय?
500 sample size is there.
कितीपर्यंत हे
Out of that,
द्यायचं?
30 to 40 people don't have a age.
यांना किती
If 30 is there,
चार्जेस
that means
होऊ
your
शकतील ते म्हणजे मला
sample
ते.
size is of 470.
हं.
We can't claim that 500. But in statistical tools of SPSS,
बरं, बरं.
how to recover, how to estimate the missing values,
हां,
that I'm going to cover you.
हां,
Okay.
हां,
So
हां, हां. ठीक आहे, मी विचारते पुढे. हं, हं, हं.
here is second point is variable definitions.
बरं, बरं.
Variable
हां,
defines
हां, हां.
each variable
नाही, नाही. मला आधी
have
विचारू दे.
one
मी
data
बघते
set,
1-2 दिवस आणि मग सांगते. हां,
that is
चालेल.
specifying the name, data type, numerical or categorical, measurement level, nominal, ordinal, okay, ratio, interval. These are the measurement of the variables that I'm going to discuss is during the software. Third point is comes understanding the intervals. So familiarize yourself with SPSS software or interface, including data editor, variable view, output window, and various menus that use analytical tools. So in the second part, I'm going to show the software. In that one, all these things are there. How to enter data, how to define data type, okay, measurements, size, all these things I'm going to explain with the software. Okay. So after entering the data, the next question is comes exploring your data with descriptive statistics. In statistics, there are two types. One is descriptive statistics. Second one is inferential statistics. In inference, again there are two types. One is estimation. Second one is testing of hypothesis. So these two statistics applications are using in research data. In descriptive statistics, everyone knows that measures of central tendency, most important for research data, mean, median, mode. If you go for measures of dispersions, there are more dispersion points are there. Out of that, one is most important measures of dispersion is standard deviation and variance. Okay. So once you put in required for, then data visualization. These data visualizations in the form of chart, in the form of graphs, like histogram, bar chart, scattered photo, plots. All these things usually explore the relationship between variables and identify the potential patterns. Yes? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions on this? So the second half I'm going to discuss with the software. Then only you can understand about all these things. Okay. So these are the theory part is there. Then inferential part contains estimation and testing of hypothesis. What is the difference between the hypothesis and testing of, estimation and testing of hypothesis? Anybody? An inferential factor of the statistics. One part is the estimation and second part is the testing of hypothesis. Both are the part of statistics. In a research data, you are using testing of hypothesis. In industrial levels, we are using estimations. So I'm not going to discuss all these things. So hypothesis is our limit. Okay. In that hypothesis, what is the procedure is there? Formulate research hypothesis. There are some tests out there. That means parametric test, non-parametric test, which you want to apply it. Okay. So SPSS offers so many things. The values of mean, median, mode by pressing the one key. By pressing the one other keys, you will get its standard deviations. Okay. How the data are distributed by pressing the one key. And also some tools are there. Generate the frequency table. This is the most important part in research. The once you generate frequency table, from that you can calculate mean, median, standard deviation, all of which paint a picture of your data. This is important. In hypothesis testing, t-test is there, ANOVA, one way, two way, Casper test to determine if the observed results are statistically significant or due to chance. This Casper test analyzing relationship between categorical variables. By employing these tests, you can determine if the observed effect in our data are statistically significant, means they are unlikely due to random chance. Here, a key concept is p-value, means probability value. It represents probability of observing your result or more extreme results if the null hypothesis means no effect were true. Typically, p-value lower than 0.05. 0.05 is considered statistically significant. This indicates the observed effect is unlikely due to chance and provide evidence to support or reject your research hypothesis. Is it clear? Anybody's? It is a procedure. Okay? Hypothesis means what? Assumption. There are two types of hypothesis. One is null hypothesis. One is alternative hypothesis. So these hypotheses one can define on the basis of your objectives of research. Once you define the null hypothesis, you have to test. Test means you have to apply a statistical test. It may be the parametric test or non-parametric test. Which one is suitable based on available information, dependent and independent and dependent variables. Some criteria are there. But most of research students are not considering this point. Refer the previous books. He applied chi-square, therefore I am also applying chi-square. The previous thesis contains the t-test, I am also applying t-test. This is not good. Apply any test, take into consideration of the term and conditions, under which conditions the test is applicable. If you are not understanding, better to consult statisticians, he can guide you. So, after applying the test, you are going to get some value. So that value, compare with table value, considering at some certain level of significance, 1% level of significance, 5% level of significance. If you consider 5% level of significance, your result falls in the 95% area, allowing 5% error. If you allow 1% error, your result falling on 99% acceptance reason. But in wider scope, 5% level of significance is ideal for taking the decisions. If it is less than 0.05, the result is significant. If it is greater than 0.05, the result is not significant. These are the intervals of the calculations. So all these things one can get from SPSS tools. Computer itself is calculating all these things. What is the result? How to interpret it? This is a most important work. So it needs expertise. I hope the point is clear. Any doubt? Anybody? Is clear?
The result is significant means H0 is accepted or rejected.
See, that value is compared. If the value is less than 0.05, then accept the result. Which result? Statistical test result.
Okay.
Okay. So that result one can get it from using SPSS tools. Suppose you are applying the chi-square test on your data. What would be the result? How to interpret it? That I'm going to discuss one by one in the second half or tomorrow. Okay? Slowly. Any other questions? The concept of hypothesis is clear.
Yes, sir.
Say, suppose I'm taking this example.
Yes, sir.
See, this is clear. Research question is there a significant difference in mean scores between males and females on mathematics test? This is our research questions. What is the data? So your data contains variables. One is a gender, one is score in mathematics. This is our data. Okay, how to analyze this? Open the data file. This is the manual. First go to the analyze. In that, compare means go for independent sample t-test. Then menus, select mathematics score as a test variable and gender as the grouping variable. Now click to run the analysis. Computer shows the result. So that results we want to interpret. So in this case, interpret the result p-value. P-value means score for male and females. Is it clear this point? It's okay? Audible or no?
Yes, sir,
I think
audible.
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
you are
Yes, you
audible.
are audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this is simple examples I'm quoting. Simple example. This is a procedure. So this may be the changes from problem to problem. This also changes from problem to problem. This also, this is the same. You have to find the value of some test values and compare with the p values, come to the conclusions. Our intelligence is here. The which test we want to select. One more questions I want to select it. See that. What is the relationship between hours studied and grade point among college students? The student studying more hours and its grade. What is the relationship? If you studied more, grade is also more. If you studied less, grade is less. If studied less, grade is more. The research wants what is the relationship between the time and grade. How to test this one? So here the 2 points are there, data. The first one is what? Our studies. And second one is GPA, grade point. Is solution. SPSS. Open. Choosing between the parametric test and non-parametric test. Depends on nature of your data and the research questions. So I told about parametric and non-parametric test. What are the parametric tests? This is there. The first condition is assume the normality of data, normal distributions. It is a bell-shaped. Total area under normal curve is 1. Some properties are there. You have to check it. And requires equal variance. That is homoscedasticity. SPSS is calculating the variance. If variance are equal, no problem. How to calculate? This is a tools of the technique of using SPSS. So more powerful and precise than non-parametric test. Okay. These are the conditions are there. If a result is based on the parametric test, it has some values.
अटेंडन्स दिलाय
If the problem is not solvable by
क्लोज करते
using the parametric test,
आहे की अटेंडन्स
so data is not satisfied the normality. If variance are not equal, you cannot pass the negative remark on that data. There are n number of non-parametric tests are there. You can apply it and interpret the result. So this is the result of non-parametric test. Okay. The parametric tests are like that. T-test, independent and pair, ANOVA, analysis of variance, one-way and two-way, regression, simple and multiple, Pearson correlation, correlation coefficient. Okay. So if you go for manually, even though 10 data, it is very difficult, it is time consuming. We are putting in university papers to solve these problems. Find the correlation coefficient for the following data, 10 marks. to add and square, multiply it, apply the formulas, substitute the values, simplify it, then see the result. If the result is comes in the range of -1 to +1, then it is right, otherwise 0 marks. If you are solving these problems by using software, our problem is interpret the result. That is a problem. Calculation is not a problem. Okay? Non-parametric test. Exactly opposite of that. Do not assume normality. If your data is not satisfied normality, then go for the non-parametric test. Okay? Often use ordinal and categorical data. I am going to explain about ordinal and categorical data while entering data in SPSS. Okay? So, what are the non-parametric tests? So, these are the man-Whitney test, Ruskell Wallis H test, Friedman test, Spearman's rank correlation. These are the tests. By knowing the data type, test the data, and decide the test. So, as you know that most of researchers are applying this test. Why? In previous thesis, previous result shows like this. That's what I am following that. No argument, nothing dependable statements. Okay. So, whenever you want to write the report based on the statistical tools, we study it all these things systematically. If you are facing any problems, one can consult statisticians and clarify your doubts. Okay, this is my request for everyone. The next question is comes. Any questions regarding this matter?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, second one is if the relationship is comes, then we go for a correlation and regression. So, these SPSS allows explore the deeper into relationship between variables. Correlation analysis helps assess the strength and direction of the linear relationship. Strength and directions. If you go for the directions, upward directions, downward directions, and no directions, or positive correlations, negative correlations, and zero correlations. How much that I don't know. What is the direction? Upward. So in the share market, we are saying that when trend is upward, trend is downward, trend is sideways. So one can use correlation analysis for studying relations. So here is type of variables are continuous. This is important. Continuous variables. Okay. And the next one is regression analysis. is a powerful tool for modeling the relationship between one or more independent variables and dependent variables. Linear regression is used for continuous dependent variables, while logistic regression is suitable for categorical dependent variable. By using regression analysis, we can not only understand how changes in independent variable influence the dependent variables, but also predict value of the dependent variables based on the value of independent variables. Is it clear? In conclusion, regression analysis. Okay. This is most important part. Usually, these things analysis, regression analysis are using analysis for financial details. Okay. The next one is guys presenting your findings. So after all these things, presenting your findings. So this is the final step, research analysis. Effectively communicate your research question, methodology employed, key insights from SPSS analysis, integrate the results into your report or presentation, leverage the chart graphs generated by SPSS, usually depict your findings. The one thing is remember that properly label your visuals, ensure they are clear, easy to understand for your audience. Last one is some limitations are there on the research design or data analysis methods. A transparent discussion on limitation strengthen the credibility of your research work. So what you did, clearly you can discuss with the audience. Then you can understand the findings. So conclusion is SPSS empowers researchers to strengthen data management, conduct sophisticated analysis, and generate impactful visualizations. Ultimately, transforming raw data into valuable research insights. So all these things, it is my first lecture about SPSS, how it works, what are the important steps, where you want to concentrate. So it is a part of your research work. We cannot skip any step. Any question on this part?
No, sir.
It's clear? Okay. Now, this is one part of your research work. Now, I am also discussing about what are the applications of SPSS, how SPSS is useful in management. Are you interested? Applications of SPSS in management.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, in management, my screen is visible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So management means that the first part is comes HRM, human research management. How this department is using SPSS for what purpose? First question is comes employee satisfaction surveys. Survey. How many types of the surveys are there?
सब क्वेश्चनायर एंड मतलब एक तो जो डायरेक्ट सर्वे और एक इंटरव्यू, क्वेश्चनायर
Anybody?
एंड इंटरव्यू.
Okay. Anybody?
Observational survey.
Observation survey. Very good. Next. So, this much only? Anybody? I'm not getting expected answer. That is why I'm asking to the others.
Phone,
No,
phone or indirect.
no. What are the
Focus
types of
group.
service? No. Basically, in a survey, there are two types. One is sample survey, and the second one is census survey. Agree?
यस सर,
Yes,
यस
sir.
सर.
Yes. Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
So what you told me, all are the methods to collect the data. Yes. Okay. So I'm not going to go detail in that one. Satisfaction survey. So here, analyze employee satisfaction surveys to understand employees morally, identify pain points, assess the effectiveness of HR program. Okay, these are the problems of HR department, employee satisfaction. So this data we can put it in a frequency table, cross tabulations. You can uncover relationship between factors like job satisfaction, work-life balance, In recruitment and selection, you can leverage SPSS to develop models that predict successful job candidates based on past data. So this can help target recruitment efforts, select the most qualified individuals. Regression analysis can be used to identify factors in applicant profile that correlate with high job performance. Agree or no? So in HR, for all these purpose they are using. Recruitment and selections. Okay. So if you know techniques of SPSS for this purpose, you are become a good HR manager. Okay. The second one is marketing management. In marketing management, first one is a market research. Second one is market segmentation. It is a valuable tool for marketing. Tool for marketing management. Analyze customer survey data to understand their performance. Segment your customer base. Assess the effectiveness of marketing campaign. Utilize descriptive statistics, visualization to gain insight into customer demographics, buying behavior, and brand perceptions. So in SPSS, that one part is the cluster analysis. This cluster analysis capability allow to segment your customer based on shared characteristics. So this enables to develop targeted marketing campaign that resonate with a specific customer segments, maximizing the return on your marketing investment. So some are teaching management subject and marketing. So if you know the marketing along with SPSS, you can analyze market in a better way. I'm not going to teach all these things. Segmentation is also most important. Okay, customer demographics. This is also most important nowadays regarding the age, regarding the locations, urban area, rural area, semi-urban. Okay. income, then we can classify your product, which segment I want to launch as a premium product or not. If it is a premium product, what would be the cost of the product? There are so many things are there. All are related to the marketing. The last part of management is a financial management. In a financial management, forecasting and risk management, the two things are. So, with help of this SPSS, we can develop models to forecasting future financial performance using regression analysis. So, in finance, mostly you are considering analyzing historical data. You can identify trend, pattern, so that can inform financial planning and budgeting decisions. So, in SPSS, one can be used to assess risk associated with investment. Risk associated with investment. Okay, how it comes? By analyzing financial data, utilizing statistical tests, and you can evaluate relationship between various financial variables and potential risk. So these things leads to approach to investment decisions.
Hello. हाँ सर, वो conclude this session.
I will take 10 minutes break, madam.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So these are the things are there. Any question regarding this matter?
No, sir.
So I hope it is SPSS is also useful in HR, marketing, and finance. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
are we going to practice the same questions that you have shown us, or those were just examples?
The same examples I want to carry forward in my remaining lectures. Whenever independent test is that, I want to use the t-test, how to use it, how to calculate it, how to apply it. The what I shown to you, madam, this one, what you call the this part.
Yes, yes. This example, first and second.
No, here is there. Ah. The open the database file in SPSS, click analyze, compare means independent, which test is there, okay, how to select the variables from the data and run the analysis. So these things I'm going to follow these steps in a different ways. Point is same.
Okay, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah. Suppose if you installed SPSS on your laptop or PC, it is very easy, very easy to understand. Okay, so that is why I asked the question to everyone. No problem for that. So whenever we get an opportunity, we can refer it, we can see it. Okay. Some softwares are available on the trial basis. We can install on some PCs and work on that for 30 days. Okay. If you feel comfortable, if you're easy, then go for the place the order. It is asset to your college. Yes.
Yes.
Any questions so far what I discussed? Anybody?
Scholars, please ask the questions. If you have doubt related to your research, you can ask.
No, 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 we don't have any doubt.
So may I take the break for 15 minutes?
Sir, we will join on 4 o'clock. If you have
Okay.
doubts, scholars, please ask. Otherwise, we will take a break. We will join again on 4 o'clock. I think there is no questions. Sir, we will join on 4 o'clock. No problem.
Okay. Okay, madam. Thank you,
Thank you,
madam.
sir.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.